Hi, I'm Scott Lowe with Actual Tech Media. I'm here today with Tony Barbagallo, who is the Vice President of Product for Caringo. And as you can see behind you, we're in nature today. We're shooting from the Airbnb that Actual Tech Media stayed at this week in Los Gatos. So thank you for making the drive down to see us.
Thanks for having me.
So Caringo's been around a while, but people haven't heard the name. Why is that? And can you give us kind of an overview of the company?
Sure. The company started a little over 10 years ago, and we grew out of technology that the founders actually sold to EMC and became the basis for their Centera product line. From there, we built out scalable, bulletproof, limitless storage, web-based, so HTTP access, object-based storage, and that was the genesis for the company. Now, in the last 10 years, we've continued to perfect the scale-out capability, the durability. In fact, we can do a limitless amount of nines in terms of durability with erasure coding. And we've added capabilities as front end for NFS, SMB, S3, Hadoop file systems. So we pretty much cover the gamut of possible access points into the architecture. And really the key benefit of our architecture is the fact that it is flexible, easy to deploy, and essentially just a built-in add a node and grow the storage cluster.
Yeah, that's one of the beauties of object storage is that scalability, but the challenge has been accessibility with what you just mentioned, because people aren't going to rewrite applications to do HTTP or HTTPS. They want SMB, they want NFS, they want other things. And you've added those in recent years.
Exactly, and a lot of the original use cases were around active archive and really organizations that looked at the benefits of what public cloud was being able to provide, that not always on interface between the client and the server that the internet does give, but they wanted that capability internally. So essentially a private cloud with all the benefits of public cloud, but the security and accessibility that you could get inside your data center.
Now, if there is such a thing, what is Caringo's typical customer, and what are they doing with the storage that makes the Caringo a great solution for them?
Sure, and our customers are actually both large and small. It's I think it's a bit of a fallacy that scale-out storage is something that only organizations use if they have multiple petabytes, which we have those organizations. But we can start with as little as a 3-node cluster, and that's for, again, protection. You'd want to have more than 2 nodes for protection of your data, and scale from there. So you can start quite small. One of the other aspects of our typical use cases is lots and lots of data, and typically unstructured data. And that's where your typical file system, today's storage, traditional storage, breaks down when you have many files. So an example, we have a company that we work with that's a healthcare broker for billing, and they have billions and billions of records, and their clients subscribe to their service so that they can optimize their billings, perhaps finding that missing procedure that wasn't billed for, so that they can get the proper recognition from the insurance companies. And as large medical archives, content delivery networks, NEP, which is much like the Netflix in Europe, so they stream movies. So many different use cases. So those are multiple petabytes of use cases, and again, down to the hundreds of terabytes.
Thank you very much for giving us that overview of Caringo.
Sure.